Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, in today's episode, I want to talk about something that someone from London inquired as to what could be contributing to her memory loss. Now, she sounded quite concerned. And, it was a pretty interesting conversation because, of course, my first question was she seeing an acupuncturist? Of course, she was not, because if she was, there are protocols that can be administered relative to your constitution to assist with memory loss. Okay? I gave her a name of someone in the Acupuncture is My Life Global Network. And if she's listening to this podcast, I do hope you go and see that particular acupuncturist. But other than that, she was surprised when I informed her that some of her eating habits may be contributing to memory loss. She was surprised. Okay. And, what happens here is many individuals in the developed Western, and I'm speaking of Western Hemisphere, Western society, less than 20% are considered metabolically healthy. Now, that's quite alarming, especially, let's say, when you're speaking of countries like the UK, US, and so forth. I would even include Canada. See, you guys have to understand something. Your body, the health of your body isn't separate from your brain. So if you have an unhealthy body, you have an unhealthy brain. You have to understand that. So if you're sitting around engaging in poor dietary habits, you're obese. You're also at an increased risk of developing neurodegenerative conditions, like, for example, Alzheimer's. Okay? Alzheimer's. So, these are things you want to be aware of. And many times, many individuals don't pay attention to what they're putting in their mouth can affect their brain. Because the cliche is true, you are what you eat. But along with a good diet, you really want to see a physician annually, or annual checkups, and make regular wellness visits with an acupuncturist. That's what you really want to do. It's in your best interest. But now, when it comes to your diet, many individuals in the Western Hemisphere, especially, and I'm going to highlight that, heavily consume inflammatory oils. And inflammatory oils are tied or linked to cognitive decline. So many of you are putting foods in your mouth. Oh my God, it tastes so good. The value in terms of health relative to what you're putting in your mouth. Are you thinking about that? You want to consume foods that are heavily omega-3 fatty acid based. Why? Because omega-3 fatty acids are building blocks of the brain. And they possess a certain type of nourishment that to an acupuncturist is great for your kidney meridian. And your kidney meridian is strongly tied to the brain in so many ways, but I'm going to leave it up to you to sit with an acupuncturist to learn more about that. One thing you must understand, if you're eating foods that are saturated in omega-6 fatty acids, that's not good. And these are found in cooking oils such as, let's say, sunflower oils, soybean oils. And these types of oils are used in a lot of processed foods. Okay. So, a typical Western diet, and I'm speaking of Western Hemisphere for the most part, contains 10 times more omega-6 fatty acids than omega-3s. So when that ratio is thrown off, it negatively impacts the brain. And then the hippocampus part of your brain begins to atrophy, which then causes cognitive decline, especially in older age. And I'm not talking about 70, 80, no, younger than that. 40, 50, 60. Yeah. Yep. Again, I'll even touch on alcohol, you wine lovers and so forth, because alcohol can lead to brain atrophy. You know, many of you think, everything in moderation. I wouldn't say that. Even a moderate amount of alcohol can negatively impact your brain. Because just having one drink a day can result in brain atrophy. Because drinking 7 drinks a week, which is basically 1 drink per day, increases iron levels in the brain, which has been tied to cognitive decline. And so many individuals are unaware of that. Along with that is diets high in processed foods. Okay? Because now we're talking memory deficits. And that's as a result of eating highly refined carbohydrates. Those cookies, chips, donuts, and so forth. We love to snack on. It's not good for you. Just eating it a lot over a span of 4 or 5 weeks. Studies have shown people experience signs of impaired memory, as well as signs of increased inflammation in the hippocampus and the amygdala. And these are regions that are in your brain that play a pivotal role in memory. Okay? So eating these processed foods tends to produce like an enormous amount and abrupt cases of memory deficit. Which this rapid memory decline can eventually progress into a neurodegenerative disease of the brain. And that's not good. That's not good. I mean, don't you want to be healthy? Don't you want the wealth to reside in you? Why wouldn't you? Think about it. The wealth isn't in an app on your phone or in a cryptocurrency account. And in these days, I'm sure you're aware of what's going on with these cryptocurrency accounts. And many individuals have poured billions trillions of dollars collected into these accounts, and it's lost its value a great deal. Let the wealth be in you. It's not in the bank. It's not in the safe. And the wealth definitely is not in your wallet, your purse, or your pocket. The wealth is also not under your mattress. It's not in the shoebox in the closet. Nor is it under the doghouse in the backyard. The wealth is in you. This is why you should see an acupuncturist right away. But guess what? Sugar also. Tons of sugar. Sugar's in just about everything that you buy on the shelves in the market or wherever. Too much sugar can lead to memory problems. It can lower your brain volume and increase your risk of dementia. Okay? Dairy, fried foods, butter, various types of cheeses. Yeah. And I know many of you are surprised. But you need to be proactive at this point. Just take better control of your life. That's what's important here. How much are you in control of your life as a result of seeing an acupuncturist for regular wellness visits? Think about that for a second. Really, really give it some thought. And make acupuncture a part of your life. Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?